This is a Vince Marino Plumbing LLC. It's November 26th. I'm going back to a job about a expansion tank and a electric water heater. This is Vince Marino Plumbing LLC in Pittsburgh. I'm going back to a job where there was a defective expansion tank and a water heater and some CPVC piping. I'm going to install a new tank and redo the fittings accordingly. It's November 26th, 2022. This is the water heater. This is how the expansion tank was installed. It's waterlogged. I did this the other day to stop the leak, but then discovered the other problems. Whoever did this, they screwed the adapters right onto the water heater, which is against code, and this is what happened. The adapter split, so I'll get right back. Okay, what I'm doing is measuring the water pressure. This is 80 psi, which is a maximum allowed here in Pittsburgh, Allegheny County. As you can see, each unit has a dual check, residential. Now, whoever did this, they used CPVC, which is fine. This was actually inspected, which I can't believe, by the plumbing inspector, and they're supposed to have a foot of copper on each side of the water heater, regardless if it's electric or gas, for this reason. And this tank was installed in the box. You can see the plastic still there. They didn't even pressurize the tank. It's waterlogged, nothing ever worked there. But they did one thing. They put a trap primer up there for the I believe emergency pan here. There's the primer. There's a shower base under here. So I'll get right back to you. This is also another flaw. The imbecile and the plumbing inspector, the asshole, excuse my French, they didn't elevate the water heater, so I went to open this to drain a little water out of the tank, and it appears that the water heater is tight to the drain. Now, can you imagine that this was inspected? This was inspected by the health department of Allegheny County. Is this a disgrace? This is the woke new generation of inspections. Can you believe this? Put a trap primer, set the water heater in a pan. I'm going to put this as top priority on my YouTube today. If this water heater fails, there's nothing to allow the water to drain under the heater. This is ridiculous. Can you believe this? They gave a final inspection on this job. I'm draining the tank. I cut it off. As you can see that this knucklehead, this was hand tight because the fitting was just, it expands. And there's no air in the water in the tank. So we're gonna cut this sucker. Nothing supporting this. It's amazing. And we're gonna put the copper in with the tank. And I'll show you how to put the tank when you don't have nowhere to secure it.
It's the CPVC. It's illegal to do this, but they did it. You see the water. I have to lift this up. That's what the guy did, the inspector looked at. You believe it? The water still lays in there. Tank was never pressurized, just put on there and it was a it's amazing. I actually put the shim in and it leveled the tank. The tank wasn't even level. So the ones on the other side here. And we're in good shape. Now you can see the water is draining. This is a compression tank. Expansion tank is an open tank for hydronic, but we call it expansion. It's actually a compression tank. If you follow Dan Houlihan, that's what this is, a compression tank for heating or domestic. Okay, so that's resolved. So we're gonna put this connection here. This wasn't inspected. This is all new in this building. I'm going to take a video on the way out. This was all inspected. This is the original water heater. Nothing was changed here. The tank was installed there. Left, and that's how it was. This is going to go right up here. As we can see, we got some foreign fittings, which they said they were American. But somehow we don't have American fittings. We have foreign. That way. Now this is going to go here. I guess. What I'm going to do is we're going to cut this with a sharp like 9. Okay, I want to touch base on something here. I use the Amtro expansion tanks. This tank can be mounted vertical or upright. This is the drawing, and this is the drawing for the one on the floor, so it doesn't make a difference. Preferably, you want to hang it down, but in this case, going up and down is fine. The diaphragm will expand and contract. So if anybody is not aware of that, that's what the installation is. If you disagree, that's your opinion. But in the directions, that tells you right there. So in the meantime, I'll get right back to you as soon as I get this other adapter soldered. I'm making a final touch-up here. Okay, so that's how that has to be connected with the copper. And the numbnuts, you know, I don't want to start getting foul here. Was really careless. I don't know how this occurred. I don't think there was an inspection. And if I'm not mistaken, this was a union job. Union plumbers did this. You see this crap here? Union plumbers did this. How? I don't know. They got away with it. Regardless of the fact, that's how that gets connected. And they shouldn't allow this plastic water pipe neither. It's no good. Chemicals get in there and it's an easy way out. We're gonna let this cool. Now this is the connection. You can see. I did this the day before here. I think it was on Wednesday afternoon late. This busted. The guy was home. This is off the cold. I can't believe that they did that, but they did. This is the hot one. So that broke right off on a hot. Of course, the expansion tank wasn't doing anything in that, but you can see how they did this. I don't even know if there's a casing in there. I mean, or what the hell they did. It's caulked around there. But it's a real terrible job. I shimmed this up and the water drains now. And that's also enough. I'm surprised the building inspector, they didn't cite that. Just fits nice, as you can see. There's no backing, nothing. So they decided to lay that right on top of the water heater. I should have took a picture of it in the box. So if there's an area you don't have a way to support the tank, this is how you do it. Okay, that's done. Now we're gonna turn this sucker on. See if we got any problems. Now what I did here, I forgot to put sweat ball valves on, but I had the adapters. Actually better so you don't heat up the shark bite fitting. They changed the code here. Originally these shark bite fittings had to be an exposed area with an access. They now revised the plumbing code to allow them in concealed spaces without access. So that's where the plumbing code's going here in Pittsburgh. I think they're going to have a lot of failures.
turning your water back on, you want to open up your faucets? You got to bleed the air out. Here's a good example. Not only in the plumbing department, there's 80 pounds of water pressure coming in here. This tank is pressurized to 80 pounds. They now have a expansion system with the closed system. But, we're going to put this disconnect in here back. This is how the carpentry is. This is the sink outside of the powder room, which is legal. So if you open this utility door, okay, you're hitting this handle. You see how stupid? And all they had to do was reverse the door to put over here to open this way. But the designer, the carpenter, didn't think. That's stupid. And this is what you have now. You have a solid system. This tank's heating up, and these adapters are secure. You can see that they were rusting out with the PVC because the PVC expanded. And the shim is under there. This is how they did some of the plumbing. This is electric. This is a green job. They have gas on the first floor. The furnace is electric. They got a safe waste there with a 2-inch trap. It's crazy. Just the liability on that's amazing. This is the woke walls. Relaxed. Plumbing inspectors, the home centers, this stuff should have been all controlled. People are buying their own stuff. It's no good. So we're going to put that in there. And snug it up.
do is put this T right up here now. So it's supported on the pipe. place is a mess.
I like to meet the designer.
Probably a liberal radical. Amazing they use clevis hangers for the plastic, but down here they didn't do anything. It looks like there was some kind of a leak at this point here. They have a cap up there for an air arrestor. Okay, let's shut this off. Now, as far as I'm concerned, they could have put the sink right here, but they made the exterior design here. Okay, do you have the you have your faucets off up there? This is how they did the plumbing, storm, sanitary. Pardon me? You opened up the hot sides briefly to get the air out?
Yeah.
You'll have the water heater will heat up, take about 45 minutes.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna start carrying my stuff down. You're in good shape. The tank isn't busted. I'll show you what I did here. You got a second? I don't particularly like to use the shark bites, but I do when you have to. Okay, so this is how this is supposed to be here, you see? Garage door. I'm not going to tell you what condos either these are specifically in, but this condo unit's on Penn Avenue in Pittsburgh and Garfield, and it's not too old. It's a shame. I advise this guy to call condo association to have their clients, the tenants that own each condo, to check their water heaters. Okay, so this is how it's supposed to be, you see? Now, your shut-off valve is over here. That's a ball valve, okay? So that's off, this is on. I rerouted the cold so this tank's supported vertical. If this becomes waterlogged, it's going to be on the way to the pipe. It's not going to sag like that was. That was no good. And I put a shim under here so the water can drain, okay?
All right.
So until this goes, you know, so you have I told you had the check valve here, which is required, and you have a closed system. So when this water heater heats, if you don't have the expansion tank, it absorbs into the system and finds the weakest spot, and this was the apparently the weakest spot. So in the meantime, that's all that's involved here. I put your breaker back in.
Sounds good.
It's warming up. Okay. How do you shut the lights in here? Is there a switch?
Yeah, it's there, right?
Okay. All right. This is Vince Marino Plumbing LLC in Pittsburgh, and this is a correction on a faulty water heater job. Until the next adventure.